himself, but he basically says something to the equivalent of half of my brain tied behind my back just to make it fair. Some talent is definitely given by God, and I appreciate that, and I try to use that really to make a impact in people's lives, to make it a better place, and to get people interested in the process, whether it's politics or what's just, it always comes down to politics, whether it's in the church or in your business or whatever it is, but you're active. You're doing something. You don't feel defeated. And a lot of times I think some of us feel depressed. We feel defeated. We feel squashed, that evil's going to prevail no matter how good I am or no matter what I do. Nothing good's going to come of it. And you begin to sound like an Eeyore. And don't be an Eeyore. Even though you might like that character, he's kind of funny. And if you're not an Eeyore, you might know somebody that is. But that's just not me. I wake up with a smile on my face and a lot of love in my heart. And again, I'm just an interested person in what's going on. And I like to convey that in a dynamic way each day and give my gifts to something that matters. And speaking to you, it's still a great medium. A lot of people say, well, broadcasting's dead. People don't listen to radio. Well, people do listen to radio. Whether we're on in Kansas City, where they carry us on drive time, which is like the best place that you can be. Drive time at 5 o'clock. Ocala, Florida, they carry us on drive time right there on 275. Up, down, 275 on an FM radio station in Ocala. We appreciate them. They do such a great job. In Arizona, Bullhead, Arizona, they carry us there. Memphis, Tennessee, they carry us there in that market. So we're in some great state, 50,000 watt station in Memphis, Tennessee. We're on about 5-6 radio stations, and then we have just a plethora of people that listen online, whether it is on forthepeopleshow.com, on Facebook. We're on YouTube, too, Sonos, and then Liberty News Network, who puts us up on satellite from Utah, Sam Bushman's group. They have us on Roku, which is cool. So a lot of different places. But podcast, the on-demand aspect has really given a lot more people the ability to listen on their time. But I'll tell you, I am a huge believer in radio because, luckily, people still have radios in their cars, and it's usually when they're commuting that they turn to their favorite station, whether they're going home or going to work. They tune in. It's still fun to listen to because you get information that you're not going to get anywhere else, and views and neat things like that. And that's why we're trying to get this unique program into the hands of as many people as possible. And we want to keep it this way, the way it is, that we don't have a bunch of censorship police around us or PC police that say, you can't air that song, you can't play this, you can't play that. That's annoying. We don't want that. And we want to keep it true to what Chuck actually started so many years ago, and a guy who taught me so much. And it's not easy, sitting down and deciding exactly what it is that you're going to talk about. But usually if you're talking about it, we're talking about it. And we're asking you to be somebody today. Be somebody. Get involved. This is Steve Voss, Real Patriot. Listen to the words of the song. ForThePeoplesShow.com. Their website. Go there now and make a donation.
Everybody wants one shining moment. Hit the big time, be a star. But you don't have to make a big show if you wanna be a hero. Something, find a worthy cause, then Crawford is hungry tonight. Henderson's used to have a farm, now they're living in an old car. You wanna be a hero, now's the time. If you wanna be somebody, do something. Find a worthy cause, then dive in. Whoa, 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 you could feed somebody, lend a helping hand. If you wanna be somebody, don't just stand there, do something. If you put your heart into something, then to the end of time, the star you are will shine. If you wanna be somebody, do something. Find a worthy cause, then dive in. Whoa, 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 you could feed somebody and be somebody. Lend a helping hand. If you wanna be somebody, don't just stand there, do something. If you wanna be somebody, do something. Find a worthy cause, then dive in. Whoa, 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 you could feed somebody and be somebody. Lend a helping hand. If you wanna be somebody, don't just stand there, do something.
All right, do something. Steve Voss and Be Somebody. He's actually been a big fan of For the People for many years, and you can find all Steve Voss's music on, stevevoss.com or Amazon or iTunes or wherever music is sold. This was a big one, actually, several years ago, and you used to play it a long time ago in the 90s, talk radio.
It's hard to find in the morning papers. It's hard to find in the magazines. It doesn't matter what show you tune in. It's hard to find on TV screen, but it's on talk radio. Truth is on talk radio. Turn it on, turn it up as loud as it'll go.
All right, go to forthepeopleshow.com. Our goal, $5,000. Won't you be the first in your city to go there now? forthepeopleshow.com.
If you want to vent your frustrations, you got some things that you need to say. There's a place where people always listen. Go on, dial it up today. Talk radio. Truth is on talk radio. Turn it on, turn it up as loud as it'll go. Talk radio. Any little thing that you want to know, turn to talk radio. Anytime at all, anywhere you go, it's on talk radio.
All right, our website, forthepeopleshow.com. Make that donation right now. Help keep For the People on the air and growing across the country. You can make a difference. Do it now, won't you?
Any little thing that you want to know, turn to talk radio. Anytime at all, anywhere you go, it's on talk radio. Double talk is all you get. truth is on talk radio. Turn it on, turn it up loud as it'll go. Talk radio. Turn it on, turn it up as loud as it'll go. Talk radio.
Little talk radio for you. Yeah, Steve Voss. And pick up some of his music. He's got a lot of patriotic music, as you can hear there, and a lot of neat stuff. So, again, big fan of For the People. We love him. The caliphate, you probably have heard, is crumbling, and ISIS is losing all the territory that they've had in Mosul and Syria. But they are turning to social media like never before, and that's got a lot of people actually upset because of the fact that a lot of these apps, like WhatsApp, What's Up or WhatsApp, it's these apps on the phones, they're encrypted. And the FBI, they really can't get into it. A lot of these programs or gaming systems really difficult to be able to find out if they're not on Twitter. They can get on to these. Yeah, well, they still have Twitter accounts, but Facebook has done a pretty good job of closing down thousands of them. But there's always a way around. Try to find a name or something like that to be able to police and close down every single one of them. Rather hard. But I'm just reading this report talking about Telegram. They're using that, which is an app that they can use throughout the Middle East, which obviously is here in America, but they use our American software and they propagate the internet. And ISIS has the recruitment tools, and this is what they use. And this is what the young people, these teenagers, they see these videos and they see the destruction that they can bring. And so between technology and now the big one that's come out in the last couple weeks talking about now how ISIS and the fear the NSA has and the FBI is laptop computers. So do not be surprised if you are not allowed to take your laptop computer on a lot of flights or on all flights someday. It would be really tough for business travelers, I would surmise, to be able to do business. Maybe you have to get a rental or something or bring your thumb drive or whatever. But they've found out ways on how they can put in explosives. I don't know if it's C4 or something into laptops that are not able to be detected. So that's alarming. So they are definitely trying to do shock and awe into the air and being able to use aviation because that's one of the biggest, fears of people these days. It has been since 9/11. And they've been trying, like you wouldn't believe, to be able to do this. But, everybody seems to be carrying a laptop. Kind of makes you wonder, using electronics, and this is what they're using to recruit more people. And know that we're making advances, and that's a good thing, thanks to our men and women in uniform and all the good work that they're doing there. But they're convinced that this is going to be the way that they're shifting their efforts. So if it's not on the battlefield per se, that's going to be more towards electronics, like computers, like propagation on the internet, and finding more outlets to find these lone wolf attackers like the guy, a week ago or so there in London. One person. That's all it takes. One person. It doesn't take 10 people, 15 people, one person. And and people wonder why Trump has been so hard on vetting. He just wants to protect our country and keep these would-be terrorists out of our country.